Greetings, fellow in time and space. It's your host, Tomoya Shadow, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back once again to some more of Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. Hi, Wilbur. Hi. Hi, why are you so chatty today? Sorry, my cat just walked into the room. Anyways, we're going to be tackling the second portion of the Hildebrand mission quest line today, and today is going to be a bit of a short episode because, well, this is all that really remains of what I need to do for patch 7.25, because as you can see, a few days ago, I got the first step of my new relic weapon. Honestly, it's not a bad looking weapon. It could be better. But we got the first step for the relic weapon quest line, but as you can see, they're a bit too weak in comparison to the tombstone weapon that I got attached to me right now, so I'm not too concerned about it right now. Anyway, we're going to be tackling the next two steps of the Hildebrand quest line, so without further ado, let's get started on the way today's adventure and see what's in store for us. Allons-y! Wizened testimony. Nashu's expression is equal parts consternation and anticipation. Yami, here to help again, are you? As things stand, I'm still waiting on word from... yours truly, I assume. Since parting ways, I searched every alley and dive bar and Everkeep for signs of this Hildebrand character. It's pronounced Hildebrand. Well, however you say it, he was nowhere to be found. Oh, where could the inspector be? Chin up, dollface. The case ain't over yet, and I always get my man. When the trail goes cold, the trick is to go back to the beginning. I want you to tell me the whole story again, and leave nothing out, no matter how unimportant it might seem. So, you follow rumors of the flying disc which nabbed your friend, and that led you to the place where it most likely crashed down, here. You also think he was caught inside a dome when it appeared, and from your perspective, went through 30 years in the blink of an eye? Sounds like crazy talk. But I've seen enough strangeness in my line of work that I've learned to give clients the benefit of the doubt, and since we've got no leads on the man himself, I say we try jogging memories about the shiny starship instead. We'll want to question older people native to your world who might have witnessed the original crash landing 30 years ago. Folks that age seem to enjoy parks, like the one outside of the residential Roddy. Let's go. Old-timers aplenty, as promised. Pick a prune and get to it. Oh, I still have that illustration I lent to you last time. Showing it around should help nudge some ancient noggins. Nah! I added a sketch of the inspector's face to make things even easier. I have another copy for myself, but that only makes two. Yami, you and Detective Hardyboiled will have to share. We are talking 3 decades ago here, so having a picture should come in handy, even if the dame's work is on the same level as a finger-painting toddler's magnum opus. Yami, was it? Well, you let me know when you're ready to bother some park goers. Right, let's start showing that picture around then. Keep an eye out for older Hyun and Hetsauro that might have hailed from outside the dome. Oh, and don't forget the Shatona. May I help you? I'm sorry, but 30 years ago I was practically an infant, far too young to remember much of anything. That picture is very cute, though. Did your child draw it for you? What can this old lady do for you? "30 years ago? I honestly don't recall. My memories of that time are faded at best, my dears." That is a lovely drawing of you, though, sir. Really captures your essence. That slack-jawed mud? You gotta be kidding me. What would you be wanting with me, then? Can't say as I'm familiar with it. But I do remember, 3 decades ago, when I was still in the bloom of youth, well, middle age. Hey, I remember you, the clever git who took me and backed me Furball tonic from that thieving whoreson. That was a good bit of sleuthing it was. No need for all that, was just doing my job. Sorry to see that the tonic didn't do its job, though. It's not about growing me hair back, it's about the routine. About 40 years of massaging me scalp and basking in the same fragrant aromas every morning. Doesn't feel right to start the day without it. 40 years of using an Everkeep-made product? Ah, that's right, you're Alexandrian, born and bred, same as me. There's no way you could have seen the starship we're after. Sorry to bother you, sir. Well, no one said it would be easy dredging up eyewitness accounts from so long ago. This is where grit and persistence comes into it. I spied a Shatona fella heading towards the 914 radius. Hard to guess his age with how long they live, but who knows, maybe we'll get lucky this time. Lovely day, isn't it? I'm not sure I recognize the man. Hard to tell with such a, simple drawing. Forget about the drawing, we're more interested in what you know about the flying disc. Ah yes, the craft I do recall seeing, but I yet felt the sun upon my face. I was living a very different kind of life at the time. It was during a hunt that I spotted it. Flying machines were a rare sight back then, so I remember it well, even now. And do you remember where it was headed? It appeared to crash somewhere in Yawata, to the north. I was of a mind to seek out the wreckage, but then the dome suddenly appeared, and I had far, far stranger things to worry about. There, what'd I tell you? Let's find your pal Nashu and share the good news. What is it, Wilbur? What? I got a cat sitting on my lap. Help. Wilbur, this is such an uncomfortable position. Trying to hold my controller and pet you at the same time. I know you want attention, but come on. Daddy's working. No one seems to know anything about the starship. Did you fare any better? What? So it came down somewhere near this Yukata place? I don't suppose either of you have been there before. What? A research facility, you say? If some unidentified shiny object fell from the sky nearby, then I'd wager their people soon scooped it up. It seems we have our destination, but how to get across the lake? We could ask a reforger. Fine. A reforger? Of course, they have those hover cargoes. I just so happen to know of one of an accommodating disposition. What? Right, that's our transportation sorted. What I'm stuck on, though, is how you've already been to this Yue Yawata when I'm only just learning such a place even existed. What's your deal, anyway? I'm Yami, agent of adventure. You adventure for a living, is that it? Well, it's clear you're no fresh-faced mook. Let's press on with the investigation. My reporter friends should have a hover cargo waiting for us at the drift downs. I better pack a dose of Nashu's delights. Those explosives of yours, leave them behind. Don't need no dizzy dame blowing herself up on my watch, or me for that matter. So I have quickly learned that my cat loves watching TV and me playing video games. He almost always comes in here to watch me play my games whenever I'm busy streaming. I hear you need transportation to Yue Yawata. Upper cargo is ready if you are. This place is a mess, but I don't see any monsters roaming the halls at least. Should be safe to split up and have a look around. Shuffling through various documents in the cabinet, you find one entitled Confidential Files, Addendum 1. According to an associate native to these lands, the unidentified vessel we recovered near Yue Yawata had flown into the region not long before the dome manifested. The testimony was corroborated by a thorough examination of the wreckage, which yielded not a single sliver of electro. The vessel was, without a doubt, manufactured using technology fundamentally unlike our own. This mystery was further compounded by the discovery of a hewn survivor within the craft. Despite the apparent force of the impact, the lone male occupant had sustained no visible injuries. Skimming through the various documents, you find one entitled Confidential Files Addendum 2. The human male we extracted from the wreckage is an abnormal specimen indeed. While physically unharmed and is in clear possession of a soul, he yet remains in a comatose state. The absence of reaction to any and all external stimuli is indicative of temporal stasis. Every method we have attempted, be it electric shot, a hot bath, or a sharp slap across the face, has failed to wake the subject. Is his remarkable corporeal fortitude an innate and natural quality, or was it acquired with the aid of unknown technology? My enthusiasm for this research knows no bounds. document held by the clipboard is entitled Confidential Files Addendum 3. I cannot understand the incalculable potential I see in our mysterious subject. If we could but unlock the secret of his preternatural resilience, then we would never again need risk the dangers inherent in the transfer of monstrous souls. While some of my colleagues insist that vivisection is our only recourse, such an extreme measure would mean forsaking the knowledge the man might impart to us regarding the equally intriguing flying vessel. For the time being, we have decided to suspend all research related to the subject. The specimen will be preserved in a biocapsule in Sector 51 and placed under observation in the hopes that he will one day regain consciousness. Tommy? Sorry, something else is in the records caught my attention. It led me to a different floor. Had to rustle up a verification key first, so I haven't spent any time on your starship mystery. Did you turn up anything yet? Hey, we're keeping him in Sector 51. The key I found should let us access that area. Let's grab your pal Nashu and head there now. Inspector Hildenbrand, there you are! What? You two been yanking my chain? This clown doesn't look anything like me! Well, opinions aside, we've located our man. A hard-boiled egg would really hit the spot right now. Here, give this to the detective. What are you planning, Nashu? No! What the hell? A present, just for you. Appreciate it. Oh my... Really? It blew up! No! I never could refuse the kindness of strangers. What the undead? These punks must be feeling lucky. He got a Glock! There's no need for firearms nor fisticuffs. I shall revolve this altercation in a manner that behooves a gentleman. Attention, everyone. Follow my lead, if you please. Oh my god, no! 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 I was about to say, if they make him do Michael Jackson moves, I'm going to absolutely be done. Splendid, most splendid. Let us remember to always comport ourselves in a gentlemanly manner. I fear I may have overslept a trifle. But I, Hildebrand, well-rested agent of inquiry, now stand before you bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. By the by, who is this austere-looking fellow? A new admirer of mine, mayhap. This is Detective Hardy-Boiled, your soul twin from another world. Why, my dear Nashu, this man possesses nary a speck of my singular aplomb. He does not resemble me in the slightest. I couldn't agree more. My sweet old grandmother has more grit in her pinky finger. Oh no, not... That's odd. Maybe I need new glasses, for the two of you seem practically identical. They are identical! The odd thing here is how you look too damn young for a fellow who's been sleeping for 30 years. And don't get me started on how you charmed those shambling corpses. What kind of crime against nature are you? The inspector has a very unique physique, for one, and as for the zombies, he's had an excellent rapport with them ever since his brief stint as an undead overlord extraordinaire. That raises more questions than answers. Still, we could consider your missing person case closed. Which leads me to chew on the something else that caught my attention earlier. I smell a new case brewing, and I mean to follow my nose. A case, you say? Allow me to offer the services of Hildebrand, Inspector Extraordinaire. Undead Overlord seems more plausible to me at this juncture, but I'll bite. What does a fellow like you even inspect? Impenetrable mysteries and unsolved cases, of course. So we're in the same business, eh? Makes me wonder how this gentleman act of yours actually helps you get the job done. I, too, am curious to see if beneath that leathery gumshoe exterior you have the gumption to handle the truly difficult cases. The rivalry! The dame, she's your assistant? Loyal and steadfast. I had an assistant once. But now ain't the time to reminisce. We have a new case to work on. This'll be just the thing to prove your sleuthing chops, Inspector. Let's get out of here and get down to brass tacks. And get this man some clothes! Finally, he's dressed! The case of the fiendish fugitives. Detective Hardy-Boyle's veteran nose has picked up the scent of a new case. As I was saying, I got a whiff of a new case in the making, so listen up while I explain the particulars. You said you scoured this place top to bottom and learned they were trying to stuff people's souls into monstrous hosts, but the facility was forced to close down before they managed any real success. Sound about right? I'm guessing whatever incident turned the staff into walking corpses happened not long after. Here's where it gets interesting. According to the notes I found, one of the researchers survived and continued to work independently even after the project was mothballed. Apparently, he dismissed the Toral Federal as impossible to control, and instead chose to pursue his research using less ornery beasts. Are you suggesting this mad scientist transferred his own soul into some slavering fiend? Not so mad as all that. No, he saved that honor for convicted criminals. Seems he set up a fake rehabilitation program, had the prisoners transferred, then yanked out their souls for use in his experiments. How awful! And what became of these new, now criminally minded creatures? That's the million credit question. Eyeball! Stop itching! Ooh! I tracked down the containment cell method in the nose, but found the cages inside emptier than a barfly's tumbler. A little digging into the operations log showed the cage locks were opened only recently, which means we'll find ourselves on the case of the fiendish fugitives. We must seek out and apprehend these dastardly evildoers on the double. Yes, there's a chance they're out there causing trouble, and as a detective, I can't turn a blind eye when I suspect wrongdoing is afoot. Luckily, I also found a storage device that I figure belonged to the author of those research notes. It's pretty banged up, but I think the data might still be intact. Let's head back to Solution 9. I'll take this thing to my place in the recreation zone and see what I can recover. Hi! Ow! Bruh! Why? Wait, is he older? No, he's not, but still, why? Why are you here? Right, I'll take a crack at this storage device. You're better off waiting outside. I'm not the kind of guy who makes his bed every morning, to say the least. Well, the bad news is the device was in even worse shape than I expected. It'll be a while yet before I can recover all its contents. A quick pass netted me some scraps, though, enough to piece together a partial file on one of the experimental subjects. It states our surviving researcher stuck the soul of a career thief into the body of an Cyclops. This light-fingered fellow didn't steal out of greed for the joy of pissing off his victims. Of course, a guy like that ain't likely to change his stripes just 'cause he switched bodies. Yes, it's all becoming clear to me. His intentions are obvious. Rampage escapee will burgle the most prestigious jewelry store in the city. As soft-boiled a guess as any I've ever heard. Your instincts are way off, pal. Never seen an Cyclops before, have you? If one of those big brutes was slumbering through the streets, all we'd have to do is follow the screams. No, if he's plotting a heist, it'll involve a target outside Everkeep, and he won't be aiming to pilfer any old supply crate, neither, but something that really cause a nuisance. Electrope. Alexandria's got a habit only the miraculous ore can satisfy. We need to hustle to the quarry outside, and I mean now. Yes, I work here. Was there something you needed? Have we had any thefts? Funny you should ask, actually. We had several shipments of raw electro go missing in recent days. The strangest part is that our guards didn't see a damn thing. You need a hover cargo to move those heavy blocks, and surely someone would have noticed it coming and going. There, what'd I tell you? That sneaky Cyclops couldn't run off with those blocks without breaking a sweat. You know who the culprit is, then? If there's anything I can do to help catch them, just say the word. That's mighty kind of you, friend. Now let's have you bait the trap with a stack of electro, placed conveniently out of sight of your patrols. We'll do the rest. One tempting stack of electro coming up. There, that should do the trick. Call her that thief for me, will you? Oh, and do be careful while you're at it. Well, that didn't feel comfortable at all. Trap is set. Now we wait. The gun! He stole his egg! Oh, this is perfect. Maybe a little too perfect. Not good, not good! That's our thief. After him! We lost sight of our quarry! And he's gone to ground in the middle of a field of Cyclopses. We got us a wise guy. Not a tough guy, though, according to his file. Says he's got no stomach for fighting, so we just need to split up and find the one that doesn't try to squish us on sight. Of course, even if he is a coward, he's a big boy now, so he might still try to go down swinging. Shout out if you hit pay dirt, and we'll take him together. Me not bad, Cyclops. Cyclops says don't talk. Ah! Really? The inspector and the detective set off in pursuit of that screaming Cyclops. Come on, let's not get left behind. Damn it all! We have you now, Fiend. There's nowhere left to... Oh my goodness! Shoot first, ask questions later! Ow, ow, ow! It's like being stabbed by 1,000 tiny needles! Out with it, punk. Where did you stash the goods? Who set you free? As if I'd tell the likes of you. Have it your way. I hear this thing's worse than chili sauce in your eye. No! Now, detective. Threats and intimidation do not become a gentleman. Move, damn it! Move! Give a criminal a chance and they'll make you wish you hadn't. My turn! Brother! Ooh, he really is a big boy. This is my show now. Lose the gun and the girl gets it. You two, weapons on the ground. You bitch. Ew, is he twitching? My eye! You had your chance to come quietly. Say goodnight, sunshine. That didn't hurt at all. I, Hildebrand, agent of Inquiry, abhor acts of violence! Oh, the inspector's all lit up! You gotta be kidding me. That shot had enough juice to take down a Comfortorium. So bright! Too bright for me to bear! Ah, the pain is akin to stepping barefoot on a goblin's back. Master Thief, are you certain you aren't willing to speak with us? You shone like a precious jewel. I yield, I'll tell you everything. Soft-boiled and cracked. I never wanted the Electrope. The researcher who freed us commanded me to steal it, and handed over every block I took. So you weren't just being your usual thieving self? Alright, so what's this researcher's name? He never told me his name. I swear, I know him only as the man who made us into monsters. He already had some scary-looking bruiser working for him, so I didn't dare refuse his orders. No idea where we might find him, then? None. I was supposed to meet him out here with my latest haul, but you could bet he slipped away after realizing I wasn't alone. That's it. That's all I could give you. Alright, I believe you. This case has taken a fishy turn. But even if you were an unwilling subject in all of this, you still have crimes to answer for. I'm handing you over to the Tin Men authorities. Don't worry, I'll explain how you're a crook in monstrous clothing, so they don't just send you to the Arcadian for slaughter. As for the rest of you, meet me back at my place at Solution 9. Surely Detective Hardyboy must now acknowledge my dazzling investigative skills. In your dreams, pal. I handed the Cyclops over to the authorities and gave them the lowdown on our case. You could bet your last bean that researcher fella has other monsters doing his dirty work. I can't figure his angle yet, but he's up to no good, that's for sure. Whatever those criminals are now, they're also fugitives. They'll be operating as far away from our mechanical sentries as possible, maybe even beyond the confines of the dome. And that's a whole world I ain't familiar with. If you're keen to stay on the case, then I could use your help out there. You shall have it, of course. Inspector Hildebrand is at your service. Got my trench coat in a twist when your pal started dancing in front of my gun. It's only fair I tell you why. It has to do with a man who had his fingers in every illegal pie in Alexandria. The Crime King, they called him. It was me who caught his royal rogueness and sent him to rot in a prison cell. But after being transferred elsewhere under the auspices of some rehabilitation program, I haven't heard a peep. I see you've connected the dots. Could be that elsewhere was you and Yawata. Yeah. Me and him have got a history, so if he's running free out there somewhere in a new monster skin... I want to be the one to bring him in. Your unwavering commitment is commendable, Detective Hardy-Boiled. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, hereby swear to remain steadfastly by your side until we have brought this case to its resolution. I don't recall asking that soft-boiled dope to do a damn thing. Anyhow, I'll get back to pulling scraps of data from that box. Drop by next time you're in the neighborhood. Maybe I'll have a new lead for us to follow. Meanwhile, somewhere in Heritage Found. I was hoping to see our hulking Iclops squish those curious rats. The craven fools surrendered with barely a struggle. But no matter. I have more than enough electrope now to proceed with my plans. Given the right direction, you outlaws have proven most useful, especially with the aid of your new monstrous talents. I knew something was off about this guy. He's a slime! When making hard-boiled eggs, you want to boil for the same length of time, every time. 12 minutes exactly. Any less, they're too soft. Any more, they're overcooked. We're out of time today, so here are some I prepared earlier. That one's red. Why is that one red? Oh no! No! It's explosive! No! The manufacture of my egg-shaped medicine is a closely guarded trade secret, so don't try to make your own at home. Keep safe and stay tuned for the next episode of Inconceivably Further Hildebrand Adventures. Alright, and with that, that brings today's video to a close. So thank y'all for watching, and as always, your host by Shadow saying 1Z, and I'll see you for the next adventure. Goodbye, everyone!